Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.
Calling to order the meeting of the Town of Exeter Arts and Culture Advisory Commission meeting on Tuesday, October 28th. First order of business is to review the previous meeting minutes, which I think it might be a good idea to literally review them. It's been so long since we've had a meeting that it might be good to catch up on where we were and the things we were working on, just so we can get a sense of regrouping here, because this meeting was in October. So we discussed sculpture in the Parkway in Townhouse Common, which did end up going in. It was not a piece by Jeff Whittam, but by a different artist, Joel Gray.
So Scott, I don't mean to interrupt, but was at that meeting, when that person's name was said, was that the correct name at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do an update if you want
Yep.
afterwards, but everyone should just review the meeting.
Okay.
So if they look fine, you just, somebody
Okay.
motion, somebody second, and,
Right. I'm just
no, I get it.
literally going through them because I don't think anyone remembers what we did at the last meeting, so.
Okay.
Is everybody okay, these minutes?
Yep.
Somebody want to make a motion to accept these meeting minutes?
I accept it.
We need to make a motion to accept them.
And state the dates. You have to state the date.
Florence, can you make a motion to?
Are we
accept-
looking at the October 8th? Is that what we're looking at?
I mean, I think
We're
we're,
going to start with.
yeah,
what's the-
oh, it's 20, yeah, I think we're going through a lot of meeting minutes here, okay.
Because we have several minutes.
There's only 4. Took me a while to go through this.
So we are looking at the October 8th, 2024 minutes, correct?
We're looking at the entire packet. So we've got October 8th, we've got October 22nd, we've got January 28th, 2025.
Okay. I make a motion to accept the minutes of the October 8th, 2024 meeting.
One at a time, though.
Oh, okay. All right, I made a motion. You want to second it?
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay,
All in favor?
aye. All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Okay, moving on.
Hey, Kelsey.
So we haven't accepted minutes going back 4 or 5
I went
meetings?
through, a few times just to make sure I was correct.
Okay.
Okay, good to
All right, now we're on to the October 22nd.
Let's tell Kelsey what we're doing,
Sorry about that.
please.
We're kind of regrouping and going back through the meeting minutes from the last 4 meetings that we never properly accepted the
you.
the minutes from.
So we just accepted, Kelsey, October 8th, so now we are looking at October 22nd minutes.
Great, thank you.
And if everybody's had time to review them, I'm ready to make a motion. Everybody had time to look at them?
Yep.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes of the October 22nd, 2024 meeting.
I second that.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, January 28th, 2025.
And I assume if Kelsey wasn't here, you don't have to vote, right?
Looks good to me.
So Kelsey, you would just repeat.
That's fine.
Yeah. If you watch the meeting though, you can go, I mean, if you.
I don't remember,
It's been a
but thank you.
while.
Yeah,
know.
I do. I might have, 'cause I just wanted to sort of pay attention.
All right, January 28th, Florence, these are,
I'd make a motion to accept the minutes of January 28th, 2025 meeting.
And I second that.
all those in favor say aye?
Aye.
Do I have to say those opposed?
You should, but.
Those
you know,
opposed?
maybe
The ayes have it. All right, we accepted those meeting minutes. Okay, March 25th, 2025.
I make a motion to accept the March 25th, 2025 minutes.
I'll second that.
I would just, sorry, one
Yep.
thing, Scott, it says I wasn't present at that meeting, but I'm in the minutes making a recommendation.
Okay. That's on the March 25th one?
Correct.
Okay.
So Florence, we just need to,
And then,
right, well, first you have to pull it up. Now, the word's not coming to me, oh my gosh.
Okay, I withdraw that.
That's the word I was looking for. and then
I
you
withdraw
second,
my
right?
recommendation to approve the minutes
Bruce,
of
did you second?
March 25th, yes, he did.
So you withdraw your second and then,
So where is what you said?
last page, right after other business.
Oh, under.
So were you actually here? Or,
He said he,
So I have it in my calendar
Okay.
too that day, and
It's the only meeting I was at and you were here. Yeah.
that's, yeah, is that last one, possibly?
yeah, looks like it. Okay, so do we need to amend them to reflect that he was present? Do we do that physically?
no, you just do it verbally and then Florence can make a motion to accept as amended.
Okay, so we will amend the March 25th, 2025 meeting minutes to reflect that David Tovey was present.
okay, I make a motion to accept the amended meetings of the March 25th, 2025 meeting.
Okay, so I approve of that.
You second?
He seconded
I
it.
second.
He seconded
I
it too.
second
Yeah.
that, all
All
right.
right, all those in favor say aye?
Aye.
All those opposed say nay?
Yeah.
Accepted. All right,
Caught up.
yay. All right, so we're back.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
Five.
exhausted now.
I know.
Okay, so we had an update from Tony on town hall renovations, proposals, budgets. He could not be here tonight. Nancy, do you have anything you can kind of?
Don't have enough.
Okay, okay. I know
He
he,
goes to some meetings, but nothing's come from before the board for
okay,
a while on that.
okay. I think he mentioned at one point, maybe at the last meeting, that it was going to be an item that was going to be,
Yeah, that was in my
Next
thing,
year,
it was.
yeah, okay,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, and the budget process, we're in the middle of that. It's,
okay. So it sounds
That
like,
hasn't even been
sounds like
looked at yet.
something we should wait for Tony.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think he can be here next time either, so maybe he can put something together for us that could be reviewed,
Well,
whatever.
you notice you canceled the November meeting. So you mean he's not going to be here in December either?
We canceled the November meeting?
You wrote number 5, next meeting Tuesday, December 23rd, so I assumed that meant
Oh.
you canceled the
Eh,
December 23rd?
That may have just been my mistake.
Okay.
I just know that Tony said he's out of the country for November and
Okay.
December, so, but he seems to be the point person on all things town hall renovations, so we will see what we can get from him. Okay, moving on to B, new public art sculptures, and signage for that. So what was referenced in the past, we do have, Bruce, if you want to give us an update on the Great Hawk Bench, which has finally landed in, what's the name of that park?
Stewart.
Stewart Park.
Stewart Park, yeah, yeah. So the sculpture by Joe Gray and is now there, moved by the town. And donated by Joe and myself, and so, yeah. So it's a nice little piece of public art down there, yeah. People are enjoying it. I've seen posts, people are like,
Yeah, I mean, literally the day you guys installed it, that afternoon, people were posting, there's kids having like a picnic
Yeah.
on the bench and using it kind of more as a picnic table than a bench.
yeah,
But,
so it's a nice piece of public art, and, right down, it fits in along the river.
That's nice,
It's a
yeah.
hawk bench, so, yeah. So that's all done and installed, and people are enjoying it, so, yeah.
All right, and then the other piece was installed in Townhouse Common with the help of several people.
Keith Whitehouse.
Parks and Rec, Keith Whitehouse, Jeff Whittam helped with doing a lot of the soldering and repairing of the piece itself. I think Parks and Rec and Public Works got it permanently installed. Bruce and I are working on who the actual artist is. I'm sorry, it was donated by,
Telane's,
okay.
The Telane's.
What's her first name?
Ute.
Ute, right. So she wasn't
Right.
sure.
Now it's coming back to me.
Yeah, so they had this sculpture, and they weren't sure who the artist actually was, and we've been doing some research to find out, which leads me to, I'm working with Greg on getting some nice, proper signage for both of these sculptures that will be mounted, so that when people come to check them out, they'll be able to see who the artists are, who the donors were, and everybody can get some recognition on that front. Trying to think, do we have any other public art that's,
Not coming up, not that I know of. I don't know what's happening with the little parkway.
right, and I've got that a little further down on the agenda.
Oh, okay,
But,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I think that's another opportunity for another piece. We had definitely met, just to regroup, we had met with the Swayze trustees, and they were open to finding areas in Swayze for a potential public art piece. They just don't want a bench, because they don't want any more granite benches. But,
Oh, that's fine.
yeah, they're open to a different kind of piece.
So we could possibly do like a call for art out there or something, or for,
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think the first step might be finding a location that they're comfortable with, maybe.
Right,
that
right,
then
right.
could maybe be brought to the select board and before we're looking for actual pieces, maybe a location
Yeah, this
and
is a-
determine
yeah,
what could
yeah,
be
okay,
a proper
right.
fit.
so what would be the procedure for that? To go to the Swayze Parkway people, or
Yeah, I
to
think
talk
we
to
could,
them and say, like, could we put a piece of sculpture up here? It's like, would that,
maybe a walkthrough with Parks and Rec,
Yeah.
some people from this committee, some Swayze trustees, and just get a sense of,
I was gonna
you know.
say, I think, yeah, we could connect you with the trustees to do a walkthrough, and maybe if you have some sort of a sculpture in mind, bring photos of that. Starting to get a feel for what it is they're comfortable with, where they're comfortable with putting it.
I don't think they'll approve a location until they know what you're asking to.
Right.
Well, I mean, I don't think we need
I
to
guess
approve it.
I was
think
going
it's-
the other way. It was like, give me a location.
No, they
No,
don't want
yeah,
to know
yeah.
what it is.
Well,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think if
Okay.
we get the ball rolling on a concept, then we can get a sense of, are
Where
we
it would
looking
fit.
for a 4-foot sculpture or a,
We just need
18-foot
somebody to
sculpture.
donate a sculpture. That's what we need,
okay.
yeah. So if anybody knows any artists that want to give up a sculpture,
We can work on that too.
yep.
Good.
Any thoughts down here, guys?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Okay, moving on from that, we've got the Fall Art Tour, which is this weekend, November 1st and 2nd, which was sort of spearheaded by Bruce and Rose Bryant and a few other artists that it's been going on for several years, and it's grown and expanded to now there's 15 different stops all around Exeter, large galleries, small open studios, in-home studios, station studios, that's a big warehouse, all different kinds. Handful of studios downtown Exeter. It is Saturday and Sunday. Do you know
Yep.
the hours, Bruce?
10 to 4.
10 to
So
4.
it's kind of exciting. It's expanded, so there's 15 different art studios open
Nice.
for the weekend. Yeah, so it's, and I'm stop number 15, so
Are you 15?
you gotta save the best for last.
Yeah. Where is the map located for the different locations?
Where's
Is there
the
a
map?
map online or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
There's
can
a,
go,
on the giant signboard next to Town Hall, there's a signage. I don't want to say the website because I don't know for sure, but I think
Okay.
it's exeterfallarttour.com. But it's there, and all the different people have it on their websites
And pray for no rain.
for no rain.
but, no, it's pretty exciting, over the past few years to see, so many art studios opening
Added.
up in
It's nice.
in Exeter, it's like, yeah. So it's pretty exciting, I think.
All right, so we encourage anybody.
Yeah, I've
Watching
seen it
this to-
advertised on Facebook a lot, like you said,
Yeah,
artists
but
are
you-
putting it on. How many years has this been? What number?
Boy, we started out a long time ago, but it
Yeah.
was run,
I remember going to your studio.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
a
Yeah.
long time ago, yeah. I just can't remember.
It started with the League of New Hampshire Craftsmen, and then they kind of folded.
Yeah,
And then the small group of us around here, Rose Bryant and
yeah, Rose has
myself
got nice
and-
big signs on.
Yeah. So we kind of like regrouped and made it to an Exeter art tour, so it was statewide thing. Yeah, so, yeah.
All right, well, encourage everybody to check that out. Moving on to the Town Hall large signboard. So to get everybody updated, I think you guys were both here. It's the signage right outside the Town Hall that we've been discussing a possible either a temporary move to make it something that's promoting all the events, arts and culture, community-wise going on in town, and then ultimately the possibility of some sort of digital, modern signage that can change and fluctuate and be programmed. I can tell you that, just watching what's been going up, I mean, it's to the point now that people are permitting it and putting like teeny little flyers all over it, and there's kind of not much of a sort of visual standard of what it looks like when people are using it. So I mean, I
You
think
mean you have to be standing next to it?
but yeah,
See what it is.
Or I mean,
And when I pulled up tonight, it's dark. You don't see it.
See ya.
There's no light on that board.
right.
It's like, so, but that's besides the point. If we're talking about a digital thing, the last time with this brought up, you said I should talk to Doug Eastman. So,
Just for the sign regulations.
right. So I did go in and talk to Doug. He's like, I have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was,
Yeah,
that
no,
was,
I just didn't know what.
Yeah, no,
specific
yeah, no,
regulations he
yeah.
might want you to
Right,
monitor
he's
the
like-
size.
he's like, that's not he's like, I'm all in for it. He's like, I have no decision on that. Just like all of us, he doesn't want anything like big flashy, it's like, I think we could all agree on that. It was just like, what's that?
I would hope.
Yeah, but that was Doug's response to it, that, he really, that's up to the town. He has nothing to do with it. But, his personal opinion, and I think we'll all agree that we didn't want anything, like big and flashy. It was just like a nice, that would tell what's going on in the town.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing that we keep coming back to is just the price point of how much this would be to get something that's functional.
My thought is, Citizens Bank has that sign out there just for their ATM. It's a nice little sign. I didn't know if we could utilize that,
You want to
maybe.
take it?
What's that?
You want to take their sign?
Well, yeah, and get Citizens Bank to like, you put Citizens Bank on the top, and it would just like scroll.
They could sponsor it.
Yeah. ask them.
Sponsor it.
Exactly. But how do
Have to
you,
reach
how-
out, right?
Yeah. that's-
but you know, it's a good sized sign. It
You don't
would be,
ask,
it
you
would,
don't get. So ask
it
them.
wouldn't be big and flashy. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
3 by 5 or whatever.
And then what, to have it,
So wait,
a light on it
you're
at
saying
night?
get rid of both of the signs?
No.
And then get a new sign that they're partnering with the town, or what?
No, take down the big one that's there.
Right.
And keep the Citizens one, utilize that as a, board to show what's going on.
Okay.
And then it would say Citizens Bank on the top of it.
So how secured is the wooden one? It is wooden, correct?
Yeah.
The big.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's,
big.
it's
It's
in
really
there.
big.
It's good.
It is, so would you consider looking into, if citizens would buy into that, which they might, it's a good advertisement, the community thing, but moving the wooden one instead of just getting rid of it, maybe moving it around the corner for people who aren't walking over there, but they're walking on that side of town, on the town hall, or even somewhere else in town.
It's really difficult putting signs up on
Yeah, we
it.
can fix
It's
that.
very, yeah, it's very,
because they made, somebody made changes to it, but before that.
it's so big and it's just awkward getting up there.
Maybe we can just
Yeah.
shine the lights a little bit
Yeah.
more smooth.
Well, maybe it could be used for
It's up to you
something.
guys to think
No,
about.
no, it was just a thought,
Yeah.
but as I drove, the big sign that's out there now, it's like, it's dark, you can't even see it, even if you put lights on that.
But maybe it could be used for something more permanent someplace
I
else.
don't know.
Is there any place Parks and Rec could use it?
Yeah,
Not that I could think of off
Right.
the top of my head.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think it might be something nice on the other side of the town hall building, or, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the white signboard that's there, if it can be used and there's a digital sign that can fit in the framework, then I think that green Citizens one is pretty small. You'd have a hard time seeing that driving by. That thing's like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, was the idea for the
It
new
was-
sign to be the same size as the one that's there, right?
I mean,
Or,
I
like,
think.
Big enough for people to see, right?
If,
Yeah.
if it makes sense, I mean, I've seen them where it looks like, it's a one-piece
Yeah.
sign that, that was constructed and the digital signage was, all packaged with it. And then I've seen other ones where clearly someone bought the digital sign and then framed it into what was
That's why I'm
pre-existing.
wondering if we could put it in there.
Yeah, so I think it's just a matter of what's going to work.
I'll just,
And we've been talking about this for like year and a half.
Yeah, that's what town government does.
Well, and remember, you haven't met since March, so it's kind of,
Yeah.
that's quite a bit.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
but is there somehow,
Yeah.
because everybody, cost-wise, obviously we have to figure out to get a cost, there's companies in Portsmouth I researched that make these things, but you gotta have, is it vertical, horizontal? How, approximately how big is it?
I think we.
And then
can find out
go,
exactly
and then
how
go
big it
back,
is.
is there any way to get Citizens Bank involved?
I thought Mary Page had gotten some prices on the signage. And I know I went up into Kittery and looked at the signage on that theater,
Yeah, right,
like at the
right,
high
right.
school. Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to go back through the minutes and see who presented what and what data
But
we
you
had.
probably could get people involved if they know what they're getting involved in. Yeah.
Right, but so if we have that big sign that's out there now in the Citizens Bank, why does Citizens Bank, do they own that land, or like?
Not where the sign is. No, the
Yeah.
town owns that, right,
Yeah.
Nancy?
I think Citizens Bank owns it, the town owns some of the parking spots close to the town hall, town hall.
But they own where the signage
I
is.
believe they would, they
Yeah.
wouldn't have a sign.
Otherwise, there wouldn't be a sign there,
Right,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
doubt it, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
On town property, so, for another business.
Well, let's make this a priority.
Okay. Done.
Done.
Okay. So we'll find out, why don't we find out who owns that little cluster of land right there and how that works? And then let's go back through and see who has presented what in terms of pricing and ballpark figures.
Yeah.
If we don't have any of that information, then we can,
I
Get
just
on it
remember
again.
Mary Page did get, remember when she got a lot of information about it?
Yeah, I looked up, I saw different companies that, but you gotta give them some parameters to like get a
Right.
price for it,
And
something.
I'd also, if you don't mind me suggesting that, she did, I just don't remember when it was, but.
I don't either.
With everything the way it is, prices have gone crazy, so you might, I don't want to say start over, but.
But
Yeah,
it might
yeah,
be
yeah,
a
yeah,
starting
yeah.
point for
Yeah,
who she
the-
talked
or at least
to.
the people she talked to.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
would say, what, pricing, anything is just not gonna be
Right.
the same, so.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest maybe looking at 3 different sizes or shapes or something.
okay. I will I'll either talk with Parks and Rec or Public Works, or we can go down there and measure the exact measurements of the
Okay.
sign that's there. That's a good
And
first
Doug
step.
Eastman would be able to confirm who owns the land that the sign sits on.
Okay,
Unless they got some kind of special permission, which I doubt, that it's not town property where that sign is.
okay.
Interesting.
Huh.
I'm happy to help look into like vendors and stuff too.
What's that again?
I'm happy to help look into like vendors and things. I do that a bit in my job. so
Okay, if you want to.
Graphics things and, I mean.
Why don't we get dimensions of that's
Yeah.
in place, and then
Yeah.
we just get a sense of what could potentially work within
Yeah.
that framework, just so we know
And
a ballpark figure of what
I'm
it's
sure you guys
gonna
have
cost.
like thought through it too, but people feel really strongly about like that area, right?
Right,
So
right,
whatever
yeah.
it looks like.
Right.
Oh,
we don't-
absolutely, yeah.
I'm sure you've all, yeah.
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 I know I'm the new one here, but
Right, no. Yeah, it took us a while to
something that
even
fits.
get
Yeah.
this on the agenda and
Can imagine
with the word
why.
digital on there, and
Yep, yep.
get the conversation.
Well, nobody wants to see it all,
Flashy something.
Yeah, they don't want to see something flashy there, but,
Right.
a little community thing would be nice.
Right. And we discussed, what I've been advocating for is, in the meantime, instead of these signs that just rotate, they're
Yeah.
different sizes, they're different quality, they're different, something that's kind of a mural type sign that looks nice, and get a solar light that's on it, so it's illuminated as people are driving by, and it's pushing people to, either a landing page on the town website or something through XTV that has information about all the community events going on.
Yeah.
So that it's there. It's one less thing for Parks and Rec to have to deal with and permit, and one less thing for Public Works to have to assist on. So
Awesome.
that's a possibility as well.
Cool.
Maybe I'll get that option going again. All right, moving on to Pearpoint Park. That's something I don't know much about. I know Tony knew a little. Do you have any sense of how?
I've watched meetings.
Okay,
That's it.
all right.
They're gonna be coming to the select board, they have, and they're right now in the process of starting their fundraising. Do you go to those?
I don't, Greg.
Greg does, that's right.
But
He's
so-
usually off camera.
Did they, I know they did the survey, and there was definitely like a winner in the
Yeah.
design. I mean, has that been embraced, and that's kind of what they're
Yes.
pushing forward with?
Yes.
Okay. Do either one of you remember by chance I think most of them had some kind of public art component.
Sometimes, but right now, it's gonna be fundraising.
Yep.
And, there's a CIP item, a capital improvement item but again, just beginning of the budget process, and we'll see where that goes.
Okay,
For design or engineering, one of them, I can't remember. I think they really need to look into the property itself and determine what's under there.
okay,
So,
okay. Well, yeah, maybe we can just figure out a way to sort of monitor what they're thinking, and if there is a public art component, if there's any
Yeah.
way that we can
So you-
help or assist,
Just
or,
the chair.
Yeah.
Steve, what's his last name? Is it Miller? Steve's last name is Miller, I don't know it. Anyway, he talked to him about, maybe being on the agenda, you could have a co-meeting at some point if you wanted to discuss the art part of the park in the future and see
okay.
where that
Yeah, I
might
think
fit in.
we can just help out, and even help on our end when they're doing the fundraising and all that.
I'm sure they would appreciate that.
All right, and you guys know Fairpoint Park's the pocket park.
Steve Jones.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I knew them, I just couldn't remember
Yeah,
his
and
name.
all
What
I
is
could
it?
think of was his wife, Kate Miller's
Kate's
last
his
name,
wife,
and I
yeah.
knew it wasn't right. So it's Steve Jones.
Okay.
Dr. Jones. yeah.
He lives on London Street.
That's
Thank
how
you.
I, kn-
Thank you for looking
that's
that
how,
up.
well, I
appreciate it.
knew him from living over there and,
Ah, okay, yeah. So, yeah, they're doing a great job, and I'm sure they would love some help on the fundraising aspect of that. And they're pulling together a plan. They could have a meeting the last meeting, but didn't have a quorum, so I'm not sure when their next meeting is, but.
Okay. All right, the only other thing, we have other business on here, I noticed from the notes, the whole Dolly's thing at Town Hall that has come up, that they're just kind of sitting there in boxes, so we have it still, yeah. So coming up with ways to figure out maybe who in town can actually use them, or if they can be sold, or just something.
We
Get
looked
use
into
out of them.
using them at 10 Hampton, but they were just too large
Okay.
to fit.
Okay. I mean, is it something that the local schools maybe would,
We can reach out to them and put them up for surplus.
okay,
Yeah, schools are not a bad idea. I'll talk with Greg about, we can start reaching out to some of the schools.
It would be great, they could be.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting there.
is it?
Would
okay.
one of the- I don't know, one of the local churches or something?
Churches, yeah.
All right. Other business, I don't know if anybody, it's been a while since we've met, we're kind of regrouping. If anybody has any ideas or things that they want to see us do, or talk about more, or get behind, or I feel like we kind of had some momentum with different projects. We were talking about, I think the sidewalk thing was going, and then I feel like someone had reached out, I think, to Amesbury, and they had said that they did it, but like used the wrong paint, and it was
That's a
2
tough
years
one.
later,
I-
it was already,
I'd rather focus
Fading
on
and-
other
okay, I'm just,
objectives, yeah.
yeah, I'm just bringing up ideas that have been kicked around.
Yeah.
You mentioned a downtown fashion show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
and-
an idea I heard from someone.
Yeah, and I know
Thought it'd
there's
be great
people,
To like get businesses involved.
Right.
Showcase some of their, whether it's clothing or what.
yeah,
I mean, clothes for a fashion show makes sense. but-
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe could we paint the crosswalks artistic so people actually stop? So they actually see the crosswalks?
Well, I mean,
Because it's a real problem for people stopping.
I'm not sure what you mean, but there are.
Well, they don't stop when you're in the crosswalk. It's terrible. It's gotten really bad.
Okay.
So maybe if the crosswalks are more visible.
Painted again, you mean, but, so there are standards, and I did meet with the department of, the director of DPW, and we have to be careful what we do with sidewalks, because you have to think of ADA things too. So, because they were for visible,
For colors.
yes, for visual impairment, colors can throw someone off. There's a reason why they're white and some of them have reflectors. And I know other places do it for.
Well, PEA has burgundy crosswalks. I'm just saying.
We can,
hey, this is an arts and culture meeting.
I know, but we're talking about colors.
Public Works, Public Safety.
They're colors.
well, but the crosswalks are part of public safety. That's why I met with the director of
I mean, like bright yellow.
you know
That
what,
people can't miss
sometimes
them.
Yeah.
do that's cool,
Huh?
gets kids involved too. Some towns do a cool thing where there's just like, you tape like a bucket or something and they have orange flags. And so you grab a flag and you hold it. And then you cross the street and then you put the flag in the bucket on the other side.
Oh, isn't that a wonderful idea?
It's so smart and the kids love it.
It's just
Because I
gotten
hear you.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much traffic on Water Street. I don't even drive there if I can avoid it, but yeah, people can't see. But the flags are cool. We could make that a arts and culture thing. Kids could design flags. We can design little buckets if we could post them on like you tape them or somehow hardwire them to, hammer them on a telephone pole and you
Hey, listen,
Yeah,
I
no.
would grab the flag.
I don't, I know what I'm saying.
No, I think
Not
that's-
just for kids,
That's a
but
great idea,
people-
because then it's not involved with the actual
Yeah.
crosswalk
Yeah.
and
All I can,
state
all I'll do
guidelines
is
and town
share what I
guidelines.
found out. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
on that, did you guys talk to anyone on the 250th celebration? That's coming up, I think
No,
it's
I
a
mean,
few weeks in July.
I think because we haven't met, it hasn't come up. I mean, I've
Okay.
talked with the people at the Independence Museum and
Yeah.
with Greg, so yeah, I mean, that's obviously
Great.
something we should talk about
Yeah.
and get on
Yeah.
everybody's radar. So what I know of it, you correct me, but, so it's summer 2026, correct?
Yep.
And it's gonna be, the Independence Festival is obviously gonna be a cornerstone of that, but then there's also gonna be a lot of other events scheduled sort of throughout the summer to celebrate the 250th, correct?
Yeah, Joe has a lot of things scheduled as far as the museum is
Right,
concerned.
as far as the town goes, they're
Yeah.
doing just, I think, 2 weeks in July.
I believe it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, they scaled it down a little bit because budget-wise, we're just in a tough spot here, so we're gonna try to be careful, but, yeah, so I think the fireworks aren't happening now, I think those are freaking out. But they're.
Even for the
coordinating with-
Independence Fest?
No, I think the regular,
Right, they
For
were gonna do
the,
extra.
I gotcha, for the,
Yeah.
okay, for the specific 250th event, okay. All right,
Yeah.
okay.
So they're in the planning stages, so maybe in January or something, if somebody wants to.
Yeah,
If
just to,
there's something you
get the
can
word out. Yeah, I
work
know
with them on,
as
that
far
would be
as
great.
be with team and the Independence Museum and Parks and Rec for the Independence Fest, we're all already communicating about next year and kind of, we've been kind of piecemealing it since COVID with just keeping it going and who's doing what, but we definitely have a better plan moving forward
Yeah,
of like,
and that's why I
who's,
reached out about the sidewalks Julie asked me for.
okay,
Julie Gilman, because they were talking about maybe doing something festive with the sidewalks, and our crosswalks, and DPW would do whatever was in their meetings, but.
okay. Well, I mean, your idea, we could have American
the
flags,
flag.
American
American
flags,
flags.
and
I
a red,
like
white, and
that
blue
idea, yeah,
bucket.
that's a-
Yeah.
That's a great idea, because then it could also, the bucket and the flags could change and reflect
Right.
seasonal stuff. I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
Let's,
I think people will have
Not a
fun
big
with it.
cost,
yeah.
I would think, just buckets
No.
with sand and flags.
Yeah. Pretty minimal. I mean, the ones I've seen are pretty minimal.
so there's just a handful of them on each side, and then people just,
So like,
Take 'em?
yeah, you walk and then you put it in the one on the other side and then
Okay.
people walk and you go back, you know.
all right,
I want to flare one,
Yeah, good. Let's stick it out before you go.
because tonight I was like,
we'll get you a blinking vest.
yeah, you know, seriously. Well, it's hard for people to see too, like at dusk and at night,
Yeah.
but it's gotten difficult.
Even in the daytime, those,
Yes.
it helps, yeah.
All right, anyone else with any other business or any
Good
thoughts?
question, are you going to have your November meeting as far as you know?
I think that's the plan, yeah.
Okay.
I think that was just my mistake.
No, it's not,
I think I was looking
had already
ahead.
canceled it in my calendar, so good. I put
Well,
it
let's, I
back
mean,
in.
let's actually look at,
It's the Tuesday of Thanksgiving,
so it's the Tuesday before,
right.
Thanksgiving.
okay?
I know I will not be in town.
You will not?
Nope.
Everyone else?
What's that
I could
date?
be here.
It's the 25th.
25th.
It's my sister's 40th birthday, so.
Well, why don't, for now, let's say we're having it, but I'll do an email
was
to the
gonna say,
group and just get a sense early, and also,
She has.
I will reach out to Don and see if
Yeah.
Don,
End of the
Only
month
by
is
2
always
years.
interesting, right?
right, about
Another meeting is
2
holidays.
years.
2 days before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In December, so.
oh, yeah.
We could bring presents.
Okay, I think we're all set. Does anyone might make a motion to adjourn?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:12, Tuesday, October 28th.
Just second that.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
I
Hey.
Those opposed say nay. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Biweekly Report, with recaps of recent events, updates from town departments, and messages from nonprofits in your area. If you head to our website, exeternh.tv, we invite you to sign up to our newsletter to receive monthly updates about new content, upcoming meetings, and more. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch Exeter TV and hope that you tune in to our other content as well.